The Marvel Cinematic Universe is packed with heroes, but not all of them are created equal. Some are just getting started, while others have shown power on a whole different level. From cosmic warriors to magical legends, the real question is, who truly ranks the highest? This is not just about who hits the hardest or flies the fastest. This is about MCU main characters, from weakest to strongest superheroes, ranked. Get ready because the power scale is about to get wild. Starting us off is Mantis. She might not look like much of a fighter, but Mantis is not exactly powerless either. Her real strength comes from her empathic abilities. She can sense emotions, calm minds, and even put powerful beings to sleep just by touching them. That is no small feat. We have seen her stop Drax in his tracks and even subdue Thanos for a few crucial moments. But while those moments were impressive, Mantis still depends heavily on her team. She does not have the physical durability, combat skills, or offensive firepower that others on this list bring to the table. She is more of a support player than a frontline warrior, and that definitely limits how high she can rank. Still, do not underestimate what she brings to the fight. Sometimes keeping a godlike enemy asleep is more useful than punching them. But speaking of aerial combat and flight-based support, the next hero on our list has the tech and skills to take the battle to the skies. Next up is Falcon. As the high-flying partner of Captain America, Sam Wilson knows how to handle himself in a fight. With his advanced flight gear and combat training, Falcon is an expert at using speed and agility to outmaneuver his enemies. He is great at aerial support and quick hits, but when it comes to pure power, he does not exactly shake the battlefield. His wings give him mobility, but they are not indestructible, and he does not have enhanced strength or durability like many others in the MCU. That said, Sam's leadership, courage, and tactical thinking make him an important part of any team. And once he takes up the Captain America mantle, he becomes even more iconic. Still, this list is all about raw power, and while Falcon's heart is in the right place, his tools are just not enough to push him any higher. But the next hero on our list has been in the game even longer, and he has got some seriously sharp aim. Coming in next is Hawkeye. Clint Barton may not have powers, but that has never stopped him from going toe-to-toe with world-ending threats. Armed with a bow, trick arrows, and military-level combat skills, Hawkeye proves that precision and experience still matter in a world full of gods and monsters. He has held his own in battles from New York to Sokovia, and even led the fight during the time heist in Avengers Endgame. But at the end of the day, Hawkeye is still human. No super serum, no armor, no magic, just grit and skill. That limits how high he can go on this ranking. Still, Clint is a survivor, and one of the most trusted Avengers out there. He gets results, even without flashy powers. But what happens when someone who does get a taste of the superhero life steps into the spotlight? That is exactly where we are headed next. Now we have Pepper Potts. For most of her MCU journey, Pepper has been behind the scenes, managing Stark Industries and Tony's Wildlife. But once she gets her own suit of armor, everything changes. As Rescue, Pepper becomes a full-on force in battle, flying, blasting, and protecting others with powerful repulsor tech. Her suit may not be built for destruction like Iron Man's, but it is still loaded with high-level tech that makes her a serious asset. In Avengers Endgame, she holds her own on the front lines, proving she can fight with the best of them. The only downside? We do not see her in action very often. Her appearances are limited, and she has not been tested across a wide range of battles like many of the other characters on this list. Still, when she does suit up, she shows just how deadly Stark tech can be in the right hands. But speaking of unexpected heroes with surprising tech, the next name on our list is a guy who dances almost as much as he fights. Let's talk about Star-Lord. Peter Quill is the kind of hero who might not always take things seriously until it really counts. With his twin blasters, jet boots, and quick thinking, Star-Lord can take on enemies way above his weight class. He has outsmarted alien warlords, escaped impossible situations, and even stood up to Ego, the living planet. And for a moment, he was able to wield the Power Stone without being instantly destroyed, something no ordinary human could pull off. But while he has heart, charm, and solid combat skills, Star-Lord is still mostly human. He lost his celestial powers when Ego was destroyed, which means no more godlike energy manipulation. What he has left is gear, experience, and a whole lot of guts. That puts him above some others, but not by much. Still, when it comes to making an impact in a fight, his next teammate brings brains, explosives, and a whole lot of attitude. Rocket Raccoon is not just a talking raccoon. He is a tactical genius with a love for high-powered weapons and unpredictable battle plans. With his cybernetic enhancements, expert engineering skills, and total fearlessness, Rocket has proven time and time again that he is more than just comic relief. He has gone toe-to-toe with Ronan the Accuser, held his own against armies of Ravagers, and helped save the universe more than once. His greatest strength is his brain. He can build or break almost any machine, and in the middle of a fight, that is a serious advantage. But he does have limits. Rocket lacks durability, size, and sheer physical strength. When the fight gets up close and personal, he usually relies on gadgets or backup. He is smart, scrappy, and fearless, but not the most powerful in raw terms. Still, Rocket has earned his place among the galaxy's best. But coming up next is someone who does not need armor, gadgets, or even a team. She is made of pure energy. Monica Rambeau is a rising star in the MCU, and with good reason. After walking through the Hex in Westview, her body was rewritten on a molecular level, granting her powers that most heroes could only dream of. Monica can manipulate and absorb energy, shift into light form, and even pass through solid matter. That makes her nearly untouchable when she is fully powered up. In the Marvels, we see just a glimpse of what she is capable of, and it is clear that she is still learning to master her abilities. While her raw potential is sky high, Monica is not yet fully in control of everything she can do. That holds her back a little in this ranking. But given time and more experience, she could easily leap into the top tier. For now, she is powerful, promising, and just getting started. But next on our list is a hero who knows exactly how to handle himself, even if he is the size of an insect. Scott Lang, also known as Ant-Man, might not seem like the most powerful Avenger at first glance, but his size-changing suit gives him a serious edge. He can shrink to the size of an ant or grow into Giant Man, and both forms come with unique advantages. Small size makes him nearly impossible to hit, while his giant form gives him enough strength to toss trucks and knock down enemy armies. Scott is also clever and good under pressure, often finding creative solutions in tight situations. That said, his power depends heavily on the PIM particles and the tech in his suit. Without it, he is just a regular guy. And even with it, he tends to rely more on luck and teamwork than dominating in a straight-up fight. Still, Scott has stood against villains like Kang and helped save the entire timeline. That is more than most heroes can say. But while Ant-Man bends the rules of science, the next hero keeps things sharp, literally. Hope Van Dyne, better known as the Wasp, is a precision fighter with skills that rival anyone on this list. Her size-shifting suit, combined with her training and sharp instincts, makes her a deadly force in battle. Unlike Scott, she had years of combat preparation before ever putting on the suit. She is fast, smart, and tactical, using her ability to fly and phase in and out of size mid-fight to confuse and overwhelm her enemies. Her blasters give her solid range attacks, and her agility makes her tough to hit. The Wasp does not just rely on tech. She knows how to use it better than almost anyone. But while she is a skilled fighter, she is not quite top tier in terms of raw power. She works best as part of a team, using speed and smarts rather than brute strength. Still, Hope has more than earned her wings, and while she plays her cards close, the next person on this list prefers to stay hidden in plain sight, watching everything from behind the scenes. Nick Fury may not have superpowers, but what he lacks in raw strength, he makes up for in strategy, manipulation, and control. He is the man who brought the Avengers together and has managed to stay one step ahead of cosmic threats, global enemies, and alien invasions. His access to top-tier intel, experimental tech, and world-class agents makes him one of the most influential people in the MCU. Fury has survived attacks from Skrulls, Hydra, Ultron's army, and even Thanos' snap. The guy does not flinch, and he always has a backup plan. But in a direct fight, Fury does not bring the kind of heat the others do. He is not flying, blasting, or tossing around villains. He plays the long game, and he plays it well. But in a one-on-one battle, he is outmatched by most powered individuals. Still, never count him out, because when Fury shows up, things change. But next up is someone who traded a life of espionage for full-on frontline combat, and she does it with style. Black Widow has no super serum, no magic, and no armor, but she still earns her spot on this list. Natasha Romanoff is one of the deadliest assassins on the planet, trained in espionage, close combat, and weapons mastery. She has gone up against aliens, robots, and even other Avengers, and she always finds a way to hold her own. She is smart, calm under pressure, and fearless, diving into danger without hesitation. And let's not forget, she was trusted with leading major missions, working alongside the likes of Iron Man, Captain America, and even Nick Fury. Still, Black Widow's power is grounded in peak human ability, not superhuman force. In large-scale battles, her role is more tactical than destructive, but she has proved that sheer skill and determination can go a long way, even in a world filled with gods and monsters. And while Natasha operates in the shadows, the next warrior on our list brings serious upgrades and a complicated past. Nebula is a warrior forged through pain. As the adopted daughter of Thanos and sister to Gamora, she has endured countless cybernetic enhancements, each one meant to make her stronger, faster, and more deadly. And it worked. Nebula is a brutal hand-to-hand fighter, expert marksman, and nearly impossible to kill thanks to her modified body. She has gone toe-to-toe with Gamora, survived torture, and even played a major role in the final stand against Thanos. But what really sets Nebula apart is her resilience. No matter how much she has lost or how badly she has been damaged, she keeps getting back up. Her strength is not just in her hardware, it is in her will to fight. That said, her abilities still fall short when compared to the cosmic-level powerhouses. She is a dangerous opponent, but not a game-changer on the same level as the top-tier heroes. Still, she has come a long way from her days as a villain. And speaking of people who have turned their life around, the next name on this list was once an assassin, and now fights for something more. Gamora is known as the deadliest woman in the galaxy, and she has earned that title. Raised and trained by Thanos, Gamora became a master assassin, skilled in every form of combat imaginable. Whether she is wielding a blade or going hand-to-hand, she can take down enemies twice her size without breaking a sweat. Her strength, speed, and endurance are well above human levels, and she has fought and beaten some of the galaxy's worst. But while she is a powerhouse in battle, Gamora does not have energy blasts, magic, or reality warping powers. Her edge comes from her discipline, experience, and sheer determination. She fights smart, hits hard, and never backs down. But in a universe filled with celestial beings and multiversal threats, Gamora's physical power can only carry her so far. She is lethal, but not unstoppable. Still, do not ever count her out, because when she decides to fight, someone is going down. And if you thought she was intense, wait until you see who comes crashing into the list next. Quite literally. Drax the Destroyer is exactly what his name suggests. A wrecking ball of brute force and raw aggression. He may not be the most strategic fighter, but what he lacks in finesse, he makes up for with sheer durability and strength. Drax was driven by revenge for the death of his family, and that rage turned him into a relentless warrior. He has taken hits that would drop most heroes, shrugged off serious injuries, and jumped headfirst into danger without hesitation. While he does not have energy-based powers or cosmic tech, Drax is one of the few characters who can go blow for blow with some serious threats and still walk away. But his straightforward approach means he is not always the most effective in complex battles. He is strong, no doubt, but his power is physical and limited to close combat. That said, you do not want to be on the receiving end of a punch from Drax. And while he brings brute strength, the next hero on our list can grow, stretch, and regenerate in ways that make him nearly impossible to take down. Groot might only say 3 words, but his impact in a fight says a lot more. As a Flora Colossus from Planet X, Groot has abilities that make him one of the most unique and versatile fighters in the MCU. He can grow and reshape his limbs, extend branches like weapons, and regenerate from nearly any injury, even if he is reduced to just a twig. In battle, Groot is both a shield and a weapon. He has protected his friends by forming massive barriers and taken out entire groups of enemies with a single sweep of his arms. And in his various forms, from Baby Groot to King Groot, he has shown different strengths and fighting styles. While he might not be as fast or technical as others, his endurance and adaptability keep him standing long after others would fall. But as powerful as Groot can be, he still relies heavily on instinct more than strategy. He is a wild card in battle, and sometimes that is all you need. But next up is a hero who does not rely on instinct. He relies on pure speed. Quicksilver was fast, incredibly fast. Pietro Maximoff made his explosive debut in Avengers, Age of Ultron, showing off speed that pushed the limits of what the Avengers were used to. He could run faster than the eye could follow, take out entire squads in the blink of an eye, and even dodge bullets, until the one time he couldn't. His final act, saving Hawkeye and a child from gunfire, showed not just his speed, but his heart. While his time in the MCU was short, his impact was unforgettable. Still, Quicksilver's powers were limited to raw speed. He did not have energy blasts, enhanced durability, or control over time like some other speedsters from the comics. His power was impressive, but not game-breaking. He came in fast, made a difference, and left even faster. But while Pietro moved at high speed, the next character on our list brings heavy armor, serious firepower, and battlefield experience. War Machine may not be as flashy as Iron Man, but James Rhodes knows how to bring the heat. Equipped with a militarized version of the Iron Man suit, War Machine is built for battle. His armor packs missiles, repulsors, machine guns, and more, all designed to do maximum damage in a fight. Rhodes is a decorated Air Force pilot, meaning he knows how to command, strategize, and fly under pressure. In battle, he is a tank, using firepower and durability to push through enemy lines. And even though he has taken serious hits, including the fall that left him paralyzed, he keeps coming back. That kind of resilience counts. But War Machine's power is completely tied to his tech. Without the armor, he is just a regular man. And while the suit is powerful, it is not the most advanced out there anymore. Still, Rhodes is the kind of hero who never quits, no matter the odds. But next up is someone who might not be built for war, but is still a weapon in his own right. The Winter Soldier is a ghost story turned real. Once known as Bucky Barnes, he was taken by Hydra, enhanced with a super soldier serum, and trained to be a silent, unstoppable assassin. With a vibranium arm and elite combat skills, the Winter Soldier is one of the deadliest fighters in the MCU. He moves like a machine, fast, precise, and brutal. We saw him take on multiple Avengers at once and hold his own, which says a lot about his strength and skill. But his power has limits. He is still human at the core. Enhanced, yes, but not invincible. And unlike others on this list, Bucky's power depends heavily on his training and equipment, not cosmic energy or magic. Still, the Winter Soldier is a cold, calculated weapon in any fight. And while he operates in the shadows, the next name on our list swings right into the spotlight, with speed, brains, and heart. Spider-Man is young, smart, and already one of the most capable heroes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. With the strength to lift cars, the agility to dodge attacks in midair, and spider sense that warns him of danger before it strikes, Peter Parker is a serious threat to any villain. And that is before you even factor in the tech upgrades from Tony Stark. Whether he is swinging through the city or taking on aliens in space, Spider-Man has shown that he can hold his own with the best of them. His mix of youth, intelligence, and raw power makes him dangerous, but also unpredictable. He is still learning. He has made mistakes, taken losses, and grown from them. That learning curve keeps him just below the top tier, for now. Give him time, and he might just climb higher than anyone expects. But next up is a hero who leads by example and strength, a symbol as much as a soldier. Captain America is not just a hero, He is the hero. Steve Rogers was the first Avenger, and thanks to the super soldier serum, he became a peak human in every way. Strength, speed, agility, durability, all pushed to the edge of what is physically possible. But it is not just about the serum. It is his leadership, tactical mind, and unbreakable will that set him apart. Steve has stood toe-to-toe with some of the most powerful beings in the universe and held the line. He took on Thanos, led the fight against Hydra, and even lifted Mjolnir when it counted most. Captain America might not shoot lasers or fly through space, but he inspires others to fight harder and believe in something bigger than themselves. That kind of power does not show up on a stat sheet, but it wins battles. Still, even the captain would admit, some heroes are built from more than just heart and grit, and the next one rules a kingdom, wears vibranium, and fights like royalty. Black Panther is more than just a king. He is a warrior chosen by the Panther goddess herself. T'Challa is a master of hand-to-hand combat, incredibly agile, and strengthened by the heart-shaped herb, giving him enhanced strength, speed, and reflexes. But what truly makes Black Panther stand out is his vibranium suit. It absorbs energy, redirects damage, and makes him almost untouchable in a fight. Whether he is battling Killmonger, taking on Winter Soldier, or holding his own in the war against Thanos, T'Challa proves over and over that he is not just royalty. He is a protector. His mix of tradition and high-tech resources makes him one of the most balanced and effective heroes in the MCU. Still, while Black Panther is incredibly skilled and resourceful, his power is rooted in physicality and technology, not reality warping or cosmic forces. But when you need a leader who will not back down, he is the one to call. And next up is a hero who looks human, but is powered by something far beyond biology. Vision is not just artificial intelligence. He is a unique creation powered by the Mind Stone, vibranium, and the programming of JARVIS, Bruce Banner, and Tony Stark combined. That gives him a powerful mix of logic, heart, and devastating abilities. He can phase through solid objects, fly, fire energy blasts, and has near-invincible durability. He lifted Thor's hammer, which says as much about his nature as it does his strength. Vision plays a quiet but powerful role in the Avengers' battles. In Captain America: Civil War, he shows restraint, but also lets us know he's holding back serious power. However, Vision is not unstoppable. He was taken down in Infinity War, and his reliance on the Mind Stone, which was ripped from his head, shows that his strength comes with a built-in weakness. Still, his presence shifts the tide in almost any battle. He is a calm storm, powerful but precise. And while Vision is a blend of man and machine, the next hero is pure tech, forged by genius and driven by a will to protect. Iron Man may not have superpowers, but his mind makes him one of the most powerful heroes on the planet. Tony Stark built the Iron Man armor from scratch and kept improving it through every version. From the bulky Mark I to the sleek and near-magical nanotech suit we saw in Infinity War and Endgame, Tony never stopped pushing boundaries. His suits can fly, shoot missiles, create shields, heal themselves, and even analyze opponents mid-fight. He outsmarted Thanos, took down gods, and sacrificed everything to save the universe. But Tony's real power is his brain. He does not just build suits, he builds solutions. That said, take away the armor, and Tony is just a man. That is the trade-off. Still, with the armor on, he becomes one of the most versatile and dangerous forces in the MCU. But while Stark built his strength from metal, the next warrior was born with the soul of a god and the strength to shake planets. Valkyrie is not just another Asgardian. She is one of its fiercest warriors, trained to battle death itself. As a former elite Valkyrie, she faced Hela head-on and lived to tell the tale, something few can claim. Her strength, speed, and durability are well beyond human levels, and her skill with weapons is unmatched. In Thor, Ragnarok and beyond, Valkyrie shows exactly why she deserves to rule New Asgard. She fights with intensity and confidence, holding her own in battles against monsters, gods, and aliens. And she does it all without flashy powers or magical weapons. Just grit and experience. While she does not have the destructive power of Thor or the energy projection of some of the others, her combat skills and warrior's heart make her a major threat. She is one of the few who can go head-to-head with top-tier fighters and walk away without a scratch. But next up is someone who does not just win fights. He changes the battlefield the moment he enters. The Hulk is pure rage turned into muscle. Bruce Banner's green alter ego has gone through many changes, but one thing remains the same. When Hulk shows up, everything shakes. His strength is off the charts, able to take down massive beasts, destroy alien ships, and even trade blows with gods. He's nearly invulnerable, can leap miles at a time, and gets stronger the angrier he becomes. Early in the MCU, Hulk was unstoppable. He crushed everything in his path. But after Infinity War and Endgame, Hulk mellowed out into Professor Hulk, a combination of Banner's brains and Hulk's brawn. While smarter, he also became less explosive in battle. That balance cost him some of his edge. Still, whether it is smashing through enemies or snapping the Infinity Gauntlet to bring everyone back, Hulk's presence changes the game. But strength alone is not everything. The next hero on our list combines magic, intelligence, and just enough madness to push reality itself to the edge. Doctor Strange is the master of the mystic arts and one of the most important protectors of reality in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Armed with the Time Stone, the Cloak of Levitation, and a deep knowledge of spells, enchantments, and interdimensional travel, Strange has battled forces that few others even understand. He has fought Dormammu, tangled with multiversal threats, and stood toe-to-toe with beings like Scarlet Witch and Thanos. What sets Strange apart is his ability to manipulate time, space, and probability, bending reality to his will. Even without the Time Stone, he remains a top-tier magical force, able to create portals, illusions, and powerful energy blasts in the middle of combat. But his power does have limits. Magic takes time, concentration, and precision, and Strange has lost fights when those elements break down. Still, few heroes can match his versatility and reach across the multiverse. He is clever, bold, and always 3 steps ahead. But while Strange relies on spells and sorcery, the next warrior channels raw divine power, with a hammer that shakes the skies. Thor is the god of thunder, and for a long time he was considered the strongest Avenger, and with good reason. Wielding Mjolnir and later Stormbreaker, Thor brings planet-level strength, lightning-based attacks, and near immortality to every battle. He has taken on frost giants, dark elves, Hela, and even traded blows with Thanos, and lived to tell the tale. His powers are not just based on weapons. Thor is a literal god, born with the ability to summon storms and survive in the harshest conditions. As his journey has progressed, Thor has grown more powerful, even without his hammer, channeling lightning directly from within. But he is not without flaws. His confidence can sometimes get the better of him, and emotionally he has taken heavy losses that affected his judgment. Still, few can match his raw power and heroic spirit. When Thor brings the thunder, entire armies fall. But even thunder has its limits. And the next 2 heroes on our list go far beyond godhood, breaking the rules of time, space, and reality itself. Captain Marvel is a force of nature, powered by the energy of the Tesseract and practically built for cosmic war. Carol Danvers can fly faster than the speed of light, absorb and redirect massive energy blasts, and bring down entire starships with ease. She is one of the few heroes who went head-to-head with Thanos and held her ground, even when he had the Infinity Gauntlet. And that is just scratching the surface. Her binary form amps her up to near limitless levels, allowing her to operate across galaxies and through black holes without slowing down. She is strong, fast, and focused, a living weapon designed to bring peace through strength. The only thing holding her back is her limited presence in the MCU so far. We have only seen glimpses of what she can fully do, but even those glimpses are enough to place her near the top. And yet, even power on a cosmic scale falls short when compared to the chaos of magic and the terrifying will of one reality-bending Avenger. Scarlet Witch is not just powerful, she is terrifying. Wanda Maximoff was already a formidable fighter with telekinesis, telepathy, and energy manipulation. But once she embraced her destiny as the Scarlet Witch, her power exploded. She can alter reality, control minds, and rewrite the rules of existence on a whim. In WandaVision, she reshaped an entire town. In Multiverse of Madness, she tore through the most powerful sorcerers on Earth and crushed the Illuminati with terrifying ease. Doctor Strange himself admitted he could not defeat her. Wanda's chaos magic is unpredictable, wild, and incredibly dangerous. And what makes her even more intimidating is that her strength is driven by emotion. When she is grieving, desperate, or angry, there is no stopping her. While others fight with fists or weapons, Scarlet Witch fights with the fabric of reality itself. She is not just the most powerful Avenger, she is a multiversal threat. And in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, no one stands higher on the power scale. Not yet, anyway. That wraps up our breakdown of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's strongest main heroes, from those who hold their ground to the ones who rewrite the rules of reality. Think someone deserves a higher spot? Let us know your ranking down in the comments. Hit that like button if you had fun, and subscribe so you never